Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week I put up a poll on my Instagram page whether you guys wanted to see a collection of my empties. What I had been doing since literally 1st of January 2017 till now is collecting all my empties, because last year, well, the end of last year, when I was watching like YouTube channels and stuff, I actually enjoyed watching empties, seeing what people actually went through, whether they liked it or not, and I thought, well, I'll collect them anyway and ask you guys whether you guys want to see those kind of videos. And the poll to start off with was very close, of yes and no. It was pretty much 50-50, and then towards the end of the day it went on to yes. So I have literally collected loads and loads. I've got a massive bag of both beauty and hair products as well as cosmetics, and if I did both of them it's gonna literally take up such a long time. So what I've done is I've split this whole section into two. So today I'll be going through cosmetic products that I've gone through in this year, and my next video about this will be about beauty and hair products. So this is literally a whole bag full of stuff that I've actually gone through. And bear in mind, I am a makeup artist, so it's not just stuff that I've used on me, but it's also used on clients as well. I have actually by accident got rid of some stuff as well, so it's not just this that I've actually gone through. There have been other products as well, but this is what I've collected. So if you want to see what I've got and what I've actually finished and what I did enjoy using this year, then please keep watching. So I'm going to try and break it up into groups and categories, and firstly it's makeup removing products, and it's this micellar water by Garnier. This is probably the second tub that I've gone through, and my Urban Decay Meltdown Remover. This was the actual cream, but I am really liking the sprays and the lip balm thing that actually gets rid of liquid lipsticks really well. However, I haven't actually finished using them, so you may be seeing it in my next year's videos. If you do like these kind of videos, I will always do another one next year. Then we have like a whole bunch of setting sprays, and there's a couple from MAC, which are the Fix Plus sprays, and then the rest are from Urban Decay, and these are the de-slick ones, and these are the all-nighter setting sprays, and I absolutely love them. Another one that I'm really liking now is the Skins and Nivea ones. That has got a really fine mist and it just goes on really nicely, but those two are my favorite ones. So carrying on in the sort of spritzy spray forms, this actual spritzer, don't know if you guys can see, it's by Bloom and Blossom, and it's their rejuvenating facial spritz, and it was really nice. Like, just every so often, whether I had makeup on or not, I used to just spritz it on my face, and it just left my skin feeling really nice and fresh, and also my makeup feeling and looking nice and fresh, especially if I hadn't just applied my makeup. So I would recommend it. It's something that's extra within your routine, so if that's not something that you like, then it's probably not what you're going to want, but it is a good product, and unfortunately it's finished. Okay, so I'm actually struggling here to hold this, but the next batch are my face primers, and I'll just quickly go through them with you. So firstly, two empties are my L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Primers, and I did actually like it. It's not the best primer that I've used for my skin, especially it being oily, because I do feel it leaves like a extra silky feeling on my skin, which some people may like, but I just find it too slippery. But nonetheless, it is a really good primer, and in Boots and Superdrugs you generally get it on offer, like 3 for 2 and stuff. So it is, I think, for a drugstore primer, it's a really good one to try out if you've got oily or combination skin. So the next two are by Benefit, and that's the Professional Matte Rescue one, and this is just the standard Professional one. I have got miniature samples of them because I did want to try them out first, because it's not necessarily a cheap brand to get, so buying miniatures I think works really well, and I fell in love with this one. So I got a new full size one of this. Haven't actually finished it because I'm using different primers each time, but these two are ones that I actually finished out, and both of them are really good to kind of minimize the appearance of pores when you put your foundation on. So the next few are just random ones. This is the Diamond Heart one, which is an illuminating primer. Not a bad primer, again, not the best ones that I've used, but overall it is a really good one. It actually did give sort of like an uplifting, illuminating feel, but it wasn't too harsh, because obviously with my oily skin it can come across really bad, but it wasn't that bad, so that's a really good one to go for. There's this Works primer, which again was nice, but it felt more like a mask. It was quite thick on my skin, so I don't know whether I would repurchase this. If you like your thick primers, then it is something that you may want to try out. This one I actually used on my clients, and it's a really good color correcting primer, and it just applied, well, the makeup and the foundation that I applied on after I put this on just fell really nicely. And I do have a purple one for myself as well, just for the undertones and pigments and stuff on the skin. There's different colors out. Talking about the purple one, this is one by Barry M, which was the purple primer that I have, and I love this primer. I've just got loads and loads of these primers, especially right now when there's 3 for 2 offers in Boots and Superdrugs. It's a perfect time to get it. I do use 2 pumps of these, so I do get through them quite quickly, but they are very reasonably priced, and especially when you're getting them when they're on offer, you just can't go wrong. And the last 2 primers are one by Nivea. This, I think I threw away 2 already. So this was the last one that I had, and I love the smell. Nivea products, I love the smell of it, but I can't use it on my skin because my skin goes so greasy very quickly. Even though it says non-greasy and stuff on some products, it just doesn't work for me. But I've used it a lot on my clients, well, all the time I've used it on my clients, and they've always commented on how good their skin felt and how nice it actually smelt. And the last one is the Prep and Prime one by MAC, which is the standard skin finish sort of primer. One more, sorry, was this Illamasqua Hydra Veil primer, which I was sent in one of these subscription boxes, and I had always wanted to try it out, but I couldn't justify spending so much money on these Illamasqua products, especially when I know my skin doesn't actually need the hydration because it's already got that oil, but some areas can feel quite dry. So I used it on the days when I had dry skin in a few areas, and it is a really good primer. If you do have sort of dry skin and just need that nice hydration on the skin, this is a really good primer to go for. So next up we have a bunch of lip balms, and technically it could have gone in my beauty and skincare empties video, but I thought it's still part of a makeup routine for me. For most of the time I apply lip balms before I do any of my makeup anyway, so that's why I've included it in this video. But I've got a whole bunch. There's one by Jouer, there's one by Polar, there's this one, Lanolips one, which is like a lemon scented one. Oh, it was so nice. And there's this honey and vanilla and honey by Be Good. All good lip balms, didn't have any problems with them. Sorry, there's one more that I left out, and that was this aloe vera one, and this I actually got when I went to Lanzarote. We went to an aloe vera plantation and bought quite a few products of theirs that they produced with aloe vera, and this lip balm was really good. I wouldn't say it's the best. I have tried better, but it's still a good lip balm to go, and it's got a lot of natural properties in it. Also, priming wise, eye primers, literally I swear by this. I love the Urban Decay eye primers. I generally go for the original one because it's pretty much colourless once you've blended it in and stuff. This year I've gone through 2 and I'm almost out of my 3rd one, and again, as I said, it's mainly because I use it on clients as well as myself, so bear in mind it's not everything that I've been using just on myself. So moving on to eyes, these are some pans from the single shadows that I've actually gone through. This one actually was a pan for a blush by Lord & Berry in the shade Lotus, and it was a really nice one, especially if you're mid to deeper skin tone. It's a really good blush to go for. Then eyeshadow wise, this one, Amber Lights by MAC, another really popular one, and This one is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, another favourite eyeshadow of mine, especially for my crease, and you'll be seeing me using it a lot in my videos. And then we have Peanut by Morphe. So those are the empty pans. So the next product isn't really an empty as such because I haven't used it up fully, and that is my Urban Decay Spectrum palette. What I did do with this, if you saw in my Snapchat a good few months ago, is I actually just depotted them in smaller pans because I wasn't using it. It was too bulky to carry around with me and stuff, so it was just left behind. But what I've done now is I've actually depotted it in smaller pans and just put it in my Z palette, and I've definitely been using more of it and I absolutely love them, but this is just the empty container of it. So other eyeshadows I've got rid of or have finished are this really bright gold pigment, and this is by House of Sparkles, and it just goes on really nicely, really effortlessly. It just gives it a nice sort of sheen, golden look on the eyes. And the other is the Colour Tattoo one by Maybelline. Now I haven't finished it, but it's just gone way too dry to apply and it just tugs on the lid, so I'm just going to get rid of this one. For the face and colour correction, I'm getting rid of this one. I'm not actually sure who it's by. I've had it for such a long time. I think it might be Glow Minerals. But I've used up quite a lot of the green one and I don't really go and use the other ones, so it's just lying there in my kit and just taking up space. I'm just going to get rid of that. But this NYX Orange Corrector I love. It is so good and so reasonably priced. Definitely kind of finished that, couldn't get around to the edges, and halfway through my next one too. So the next batch are these mascaras. I've again just dropped some. So the next batch are these mascaras that I've actually emptied out this year. I'll go through them one by one because all of these I love in their own individual ways. Firstly, by Jane Ardell, I have the Lash Primer, which is really good. You apply this before you apply your mascara and it really helps condition your lashes. I've just gotten out of the routine of using this. I finished this I think a good few months ago and I just haven't had a chance to replace it, but it's a really good lash primer to get. A favourite of mine, especially for clients, is this one by Makeup Forever, and it's their Smoky Stretch one. And the reason why I like it is it's got such like a really nice thin end to it, so I can really get into the lashes and really help kind of bring them out, compared to the ones that have a thicker end on them. I just find that it's that much more difficult, especially if they're not used to people applying makeup on them. They do that and it just makes it really awkward. So this I found to work for me. When there was a sale on at Guru Emporium, I actually bulk bought loads of these because I just can't go wrong with these. I know I'll be using loads and loads. One of my drugstore favourite mascaras is this Colossal. I love it. I do need to do a good few coats, don't get me wrong, but the wand of it looks like this and it really kind of separates my lashes and yet just gives it this really nice long end of my lashes, and I just really like it. So this one I think it's my second one, but I threw it away. So this is one there. This one, however, I wasn't too keen on. I don't even think I've finished using it totally. It has got a tiny end wand to it, but it just didn't do anything for me. I thought of trying it out, and they have different varieties of these ones by Revlon, but it just didn't work for me. So I did give it a go. I used it for about a month or so and I couldn't do it, so I'm just getting rid of it. The next three are my absolute favourites for sort of higher end mascaras. Not majorly high end, but still not your drugstore. And they are by Too Faced, which is the Better Than Sex mascara. And gosh, I hadn't used it for such a long time. I got the full one. This is just a miniature one. And when I bought it out last week, I was just like, oh my god, I was missing you so much. Trust me, if you guys want to splurge out on a good higher end mascara, you have to try this one by Too Faced, and you can get it from Debenhams here in the UK. There might be other places as well, but I always get mine from Debenhams. This one by Urban Decay, which is their Perversion one. It's a really nice one because it doesn't have like a plastic end on it, and it's so dark. Like the lashes actually look very nice and full when I use this mascara. So this one is another good one, and this one by Benefit, which is their real mascara, again it gives it a nice lift to my lashes as well. So these three are my like go-to sort of higher end mascaras. There is so much. I'm trying to get through these as quick as I can, guys. Eyeliner wise, again by Benefit, which is their real one. You pull it out and it's got like a slanted end already, and you just need to apply it literally like a pen. So that worked really well. There's one eyeliner gel pot by Maybelline, which there's just a tiny bit left on the end. Couldn't be bothered to finish it all off. And this one by Morphe as well. It kind of went dry, and I tried to use like a face oil and it just, I don't know, it didn't work. So these three are my eyeliners that I've actually gone through. So the next two things I'm on are for my brows, and this is the Brow Beater by HD Brows, and it comes with a wand like this, and literally once you filled in your brows you just go over it and it helps to set your brows in place. Really good product to go for. And the other is by Benefit Cosmetics, and it's their Goof Proof brow pencil, which I absolutely love. It comes with a slanted angled pencil inside, and you just fill it in, and since I've got this my brow routine has been so quick. I love it. Shade I'm in is shade 6, but I just can't find anything in the shops that has a similar shade to this for my brows. Like a lot of them are either like too dark, like black, or just way too brown for my eyes. So for my brows. So if you guys have any suggestions, then please let me know, because this isn't really cheap. It is on the expensive side, and to use on a daily basis I can't justify buying loads and loads, but I have been, because I just haven't found any that work for me. So the next up, sticking with the eye theme, is the eye pencils, and majority of them are either the Rimmel Scandalise ones or the Urban Decay Perversion eye pencils. And literally there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencils that I've gone through this year. Next two things are concealers, and that's the Anti-Age Eye Rewind Concealer by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Nude. I'm almost out of my second one for the year as well, because it's just really easy to apply, and it just goes on really well for me. And they do have quite a few shades out now as well. And this one is by Stila, and this is their illuminating concealer, especially for where you've got like darker areas or any areas where you want to brighten. It comes with a nice sort of brush end to it as well. I haven't completely finished it, but I've had it for such, like, I've got like that much left just there, but I've had it for such a long time and I just feel a bit wary about using it now, so I'm just getting rid of it. Okay, so moving on to lips. Lip pencil wise, this one by Primark is my favourite. I think it's called Mauve something, Rosy Mauve, can't remember what it's called, but it's amazing. I actually went through 2 or 3 already, but I only kept one, just because I've just thrown them away. But it's the perfect, let me see if I can get a little, yeah, I can get a little bit here. It's the perfect colour for me, because most of the time when I'm wearing any lip colour, whether it's like this, even if it's a nude lip colour, I will pop this pencil on, because a lot of nudes don't suit me because of my skin colour. It just washes out. So I place this underneath and then put the lipstick on, and it just works really well. The only time I wouldn't do it is if I'm using like corals or reds and things like that. I'd get appropriate lip colours, but otherwise majority of the time I will wear this lip colour. And it is so cheap, only £1 in Primark. Can't go wrong. So the next bunch are my liquid lips, and these two are by Crayolan. This one is Rock, which is a nice bright red colour, and this one is called Gospel. A really nice nudie pink colour. I love it, really like it. And then the third one is the Matte Me one by Sleek Cosmetics. Again, this one is in the shade Birthday Suit, but a lot of their liquid lipsticks are really good. The only downfall to this one actually is the applicator. it's just flat and it's hard to apply. I'd rather it have like a doe foot applicator where it's a lot easier to apply. This is just like a flat applicator. I just don't like it. So next two we have are the Lippy Sticks by Colourpop Cosmetics. I don't think I can swatch anything because I don't have much left, but these two are Oh Snap and Button in colour, which are nice nude colours. So next up I have quite a few lipsticks. There's loads. I can't actually hold them in my hand, so I'm going to try and like break them up into brands and hopefully it'll be easier that way. Okay, so the first three are by Estee Lauder, and we have Berry Truffle, we have Candy Shimmer and Chestnut. And don't know if you guys can see, but they're sort of like the deeper plummy tones, brown tones and red there as well. So I've got rid of those. Some of them I've actually, when it got down to the finest bit, I've actually just depotted, taken it out, because guys, something that you gotta keep doing is when you've used up a tube, the lipstick comes out here, try and use a brush to scoop out as much as you can, because there's still about that much of the lipstick that's deep down and that's just going to go to waste. So I usually, almost dropped it. I usually get a spatula and just scoop it out and just put it into my sort of lip palette that I've got. You can also use, if you don't have a lip palette, you can use those tablet medication pots where you can, you know, lay out all your medications, and they're so cheap, like 99p on eBay or something. So if you have loads of lipsticks and don't know what to do or how to get in there, then just get a little spatula or something and just scoop it out, and it's gonna make it a lot more worthwhile for your lipsticks. We then have two by Number 7. One is more of like a reddy, don't know if you can see, no, they're not swatching. One is more of a reddy sort of brown colour, and another is more of a plummy type colour. And again, I think I might have depotted one and the other I just used up with my lip brush and stuff. Three I have by L'Oreal are these three shades. So there's a red one, a really nice nudie peachy colour, and a nice like sort of nice light baby pink type colour. And these have like they're not matte lipsticks, they have some sort of shine on them, and I found them to work really well on clients that don't like really dry lips, because especially for brides I tend to love using liquid lipsticks because it will last literally the whole night or whole day, but it can be quite drying. So once I put the liquid lipstick on and it's dried a tiny bit, I pop some of these types of lipsticks on just a little bit, just to give it some sort of moisture onto the lips so it's not looking too dry or cakey on the lips. Then I have some by Rimmel, and these are more reds and sort of deeper browns and plummy type colours. So there's 4 there. Told you guys there's quite a lot. I am being as quick as I can. There's a really nice sort of bright red colour by MUA, again from Superdrugs, and it is a matte one. It's a really, really nice lip colour. And there's this one by Sleek Cosmetics, which is called Vamp, and it's a nice deep burgundy, really, really nice colour. So 2 I have by Kiko Cosmetics are these ones here. One a really nice sort of deep grape colour, and another bright sort of pinky colour. Another glossy type lipstick that I really liked is by Bella Pierre, and it's a really nice red colour. I'll show you the label so you can see. A nice bright red colour, but again it's got that little bit of sheen to it, so it doesn't look too drying on the lips. So that is I mean the pigmentation on this was amazing, really, really good. And then finally for lips I've got 4 by MAC. I'll just take the lids off, and they are these shades here. We have Up the Amp, which is one of my favourite sort of lilac lip colours, especially for the spring summertime. Then we have New York Apple, which is a deeper colour, I think, I can't remember it, sorry. Velvet Teddy, one of my favourite nudes, especially if you've got a deeper skin tone. And then we have Milan Mode, which is it's like a nice pink colour with bits of glittery flecks on it. A really, really nice colour again as a lip topper. Guys, if you're there, thanks for being there and being patient. We literally have only 4 more products left, so I'm going to be really, really quick now, I promise. So we have this Studio Finish powder by MAC, and this is in the shade NC42. And for me, it's a very, very popular colour or popular shade for my clients. It's like the perfect mid-tone shade. This and NC35 is ones that I tend to go through quite a lot. Then we have my favourite Kick-Ass setting powder by Soap and Glory, and you guys must have seen me use it so many times in my videos. I just love it. It's like a pressed banana powder, like a yellow based powder, which is perfect to set your concealer or my concealer. I just love it, and a lot of my clients I use it for as well. So I've kind of finished 2. And then we have the Beauty Blender Solids. So they usually have like a bar soap thing in here where you just get your beauty blender, squidge it out, just clean it out, and just really rinse it. These I've gone through like anything. I think I've thrown 2 away, and there's 2 here. So these 2 are empties, and my last one is this. Now, it's not technically an empty, but I just don't like it. It's the Black Beauty Blender, and it's just too firm for me. And I know people use it once dampened, especially to like bake with, but I just don't, it just doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to give it to anyone who wants it, like in my family or friends. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just got a little bit of a split in here because I just haven't used it for such a long time, but it's still usable. So yeah, I'm kind of getting rid of it because I don't like it. However, there's a black one that I've got by Kat Von D. When I bought her foundation, the Lock-It foundation, it came with it, and that is amazing. It's so soft, and it just blends the foundations and stuff really nicely, whereas this is just way too firm for my liking. It's like hitting a brick onto your face. Just don't like it. So guys, I think that is it with my makeup empties for 2017. I do apologize if you did get bored, but I just thought it was a nice idea to show you guys what I have used up and what's been quite popular this year for me in terms of makeup products that I have used. If you did like this video, please do thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell button next to it so you get notified when I do upload my next videos. Please also let me know if you do want me to put up the video or do a video on my beauty and hair care empties of this year, because if you didn't like it and you found it too long, I'm sure that one's going to be quite long too, because there's just loads of stuff that I've used up this year that I've liked. There's a lot more stuff that I have used that was so-so, and I didn't think of putting it up because otherwise it would have just been a lot longer than this video. So I have kind of got rid of some of those without actually showing you guys, so apologies for that, but majority of the stuff that I have used up I have shown you. I hope you liked it, as I said, and I will see you guys in my next video.